Well, for 73 years, Prince Philip lived in the shadow of the Queen, always 2 steps behind his beloved wife. His supportive role as consort was nothing short of extraordinary. While he may have made headlines sometimes for his controversial comments, the notoriously colourful patriarch made many sacrifices in dedicating his life to royal duty.
British author and historical consultant to award-winning TV series The Crown, Robert Lacey, has written extensively about the palace over the years, revealing why there was more to the Duke of Edinburgh than meets the eye. And author and historian Robert Lacey joins us now live from London. Lovely to see you again. Thank you for joining us.
Nice to see you both.
Well, Prince Philip was 99 and in less than perfect health. We know that. His passing has still saddened people right around the world. How will you remember him?
Well, I only met Prince Philip once, many years ago now, 1976. I wanted to write a book about the Queen's Silver Jubilee that was just coming up, the 25th anniversary of her coming to the throne. And when I approached Buckingham Palace, the person to talk to about the monarchy was, of course, Prince Philip. He was the ideas man. While, of course, the reign of the Second Elizabeth will go down in history, so many of the ideas, so much of the style came from this man, very much a man's man, who, as you were just saying, gave up a naval career, never displayed it, and was always there backing up his wife and providing so many of the ideas that meant that the British monarchy has developed in the course of the last 70 years or so.
Robert, he wanted a funeral of minimal fuss, and because of the pandemic, that's what he's going to get. How are the British public responding to being asked to stay away?
Pretty well. We're looking there at the flowers, which are even being laid in a socially distanced fashion, you will see. I was at Windsor over the weekend, and although people were encouraged not to bring flowers, they did. And I talked to people about why they were there. And there was an interesting combination of answers. People said, well, it's a sense of history. We wanted to mark it. We wanted to bring our children to see it. And then a lot of them said very touchingly, and we wanted to be here to show our support for the Queen. The idea that the Queen's inside the castle there, missing her husband, doubtless missing his dreadful jokes and sense of humour over breakfast. I imagine that's one of the things she misses above all. But this sense that certainly the monarchy has in Britain, that we have a personal relationship with these apparently remote beings. And of course, Prince Philip was someone who embodied that and with whom everybody, or many people at least, could identify.
And on the sidelines, we've got this whole thing with Prince Harry going on. Prince Harry has touched down in the UK ahead of the service this weekend. Now, with Meghan unable to attend, do you think this is a chance for the family to have some much-needed conversations and start to heal that rift between Harry and William? Is this going to be the opportunity?
I think it certainly will be. One of the things that's made the separation worse has been COVID. When Harry and Meghan first left a year ago now, it was in March of last year, the plan always was, this is in pre-COVID days, that they would come back for things like the Duke's 99th birthday, which was celebrated last year, the Queen's official birthday. The idea was that Harry would come back for Remembrance Sunday. I think we're looking there at just about the last time that we saw the family together at the Commonwealth Day that was held. But the plan was that they would be coming in and out, and I think the rift has been made the worse by the lack of contact, which, as you say, Larry, could be ameliorated now by them getting together. I think the fact that Meghan will not be there for the best of health and maternity reasons will help, because frankly, it's no secret, a lot of the difference is about Meghan and how she's changed the situation. And although if we're being honest about this, I must say that when I saw the statements that the two brothers issued in commemoration of their grandfather. The fact that William finished with the words that I know he would want us to get on with the job. We're looking there at what first what Harry said, but here we are. Here is William and Catherine's statement. That sting in the tail. I think he would want us to get on with the job. Of course, nowadays it's only William who's doing the job rather than William and Catherine. Harry has stepped away from the job, and that's one of the big issues between these two brothers.
Yeah, and interestingly, you said that perhaps that, well, you know that the royal households, William's and Harry's, would still speak to each other because these statements came out almost simultaneously. There had to be some discussion. So clearly the households between the Cambridges and the Sussexes still speak there in some form. Their staff still speak to each other, clearly.
Look, we are talking about brothers here, brothers whose relationship was forged through very, very difficult times. I am hopeful in the long run. I think people who know the family, there they are, I think, what's this, getting ready for William's wedding, or maybe it's Harry's wedding. Those are the occasions that we remember and we in Britain want to see come back again. And it's interesting, when there have once or twice been times of trouble, last year there was a suggestion that William had been bullying Harry. Within 3 or 4 hours, there was a joint statement issued by the two brothers together. So it shows they are in touch, and when it really matters, they can stick together.
Yeah, lots going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, right? You are the historical consultant to popular Netflix series The Crown, and Prince Philip featured quite heavily in season 3, right? Episode 7, Moondust. Why was that storyline so special?
Well, because it combined two elements of Prince Philip's life. His love of science, his interest in science, how he's making the Queen there. I'm sure she wanted to watch the landing of Neil Armstrong and his comrades on the moon. When they came to London on an official visit, Prince Philip insisted on having extra time with these men who'd apparently discovered the secret of the universe. And of course, when he met them, he discovered that great adventurers though they were human beings, and it caused him to look in another direction, in a more spiritual direction, and he became the inspiration of a conference centre at Windsor that's there to this day called St George's House, which was originally created, there we are, we're looking at it. It was originally created for burnt-out clergymen of the Church of England. But he turned it into a conference centre where men of science would meet with men of religion, where issues to do with the environment were discussed. And of course, that's something else. Prince Philip was right up there, among the first in Britain, certainly, to be worried about the state of the planet and what we're doing, and speaking out about it.
I love that storyline that you covered in The Crown, Robert, that the whole idea of men's space and men getting together to speak about things. He was ahead of his time. It was a delight to speak to you this morning and get your insights. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Thank you,
We
Robert.
look forward to talking to you again shortly, Robert. An updated paperback version of Robert Lacey's book, Battle of Brothers, is due out on June 24.